Welcome back to Transport Fever 2 with CasualT Gaming. Last episode, we just got access to these new Benz trucks that can do 25 miles an hour and carry 7 cargo, which is tremendous because this long distance drive down to Lowell was otherwise going to be a complete bear. The other place where I want to upgrade the trucks is this delivery. Yes, they're going to be noisier, but I think that it's important that they get out of the way of the tram. So do we have enough cash to upgrade? And the answer is no, by about 30,000. So let's go ahead and pay to do it. Okay, and that should get them out of the way. We're actually going to try to double this as well. Not enough money. How much does it cost to get one more Rigi of 550? Okay, we should hopefully be able to do that very shortly. Let's let the game run. What I will say is we probably don't need that many vehicles anymore now that they can move faster. And actually that same thing might be true on this side. Yeah, it is. Let's start by selling off 5 from each one. To reduce our maintenance. Lowell is starting to see our increase, and they still don't have anybody who wants to go to Inglewood yet, but they could. Inglewood has no one who wants to go to Lowell yet either, but again, they could. So maybe it's up to us to set up a bus line for them. And it's not going to be anything too complicated. But a bus line that covers most of the commercial and residential might be useful. Especially if we can tie it into, say, this tram station. So this will be Inglewood, Lowell bus. And we have that Schaffhausen's very tempting. I believe, yes, we do. We have a nice 25-mile-an-hour bus, and we'll buy 2 of those and put them on the bus route. I think what we'll do is we will sell this vehicle and upgrade this to our Schaffhausen, which moves faster. And similarly, we'll upgrade this one to the Schaffhausen. Which can accelerate. Also, I want my food delivery vehicles to wait up to 1 minute at the annex because I want them to be a little bit less involved in the city if there's no food. Honestly, I'm not sure how you increase the cargo capacity of the dock. Alright. So we're still only shipping a very small amount of goods up to Lowell, which is kind of frustrating. Because Lowell wants more food, I'm pretty sure. Now that it's growing, yeah, it wants double what we're providing it. And we've got our bus stop here, and we've got 7 people on the bus. All on that one, and that one's going as well. And are they motoring? Yep, they're motoring at the full 25. As are these, but I really think that this bend is kind of silly. So let's fix that. And if we drop off 7 bread, we should be looking at 56,000, I believe. 64,000, even better. Wow, where are we going? Okay, we're going around the block. That's not terrible. I don't think it takes us past any more residential buildings. We now have a lot of people waiting to take the Inglewood bus. And to help that, I'm going to set up a new bus line in Lowell. Put a road depot out here on the outskirts of town. And we'll buy them a nice, quiet bus. Well, not really. So one run was 32,000. Now that we've got that bus running there, I don't want it to interfere, so I'm going to have the food delivery just make a U-turn. Only 6. Hold on. Oh, that's the Lowell bus. Where is the Inglewood buses? No. You turn around. Where are you? Yes. No, you turn around as well. You guys are needing to pick people up on North Street. You would think that bus could hold a few more people, but I guess it can't, so we're stuck with that. We are now still making money here, but we're still stuck at that 150 line. Which is silly, since we know we have food demand and passenger demand. The passenger ship is not nearly as profitable as it used to be. I wonder what that's all about. Maintenance costs. And only 150,000 for a half load of people. That's a little disappointing. Is our tram making money yet? Yes it is, because we're unloading. We're picking up nearly full over here. That's wonderful. Alright. Let's look at our lines and see where we need Lowell food delivery. Shockingly, yeah, so it's going to bounce. The Lowell bus is going to bounce. We have some that have not dropped off their first set of passengers yet, so that's not surprising. Our St. Paul food delivery. Let's look at these vehicles. Right now we're using the horse-covered wagon, 61. 70 is significantly higher, but it's twice as fast and carries more. Is that something that would provide Inglewood with a benefit? Not necessarily. Would it benefit us to increase Lowell's deliveries? A little bit, not much. Would it help us to double that? Yes, it would. And what we're going to do is we're going to build a separate bus stop on the other side of the street. And we're going to have, there we go, we're going to let the people split up into two different queues. That's a lot of people. And we're only moving them 8 at a time. So now the question becomes, should we have built a train? And the answer to that probably was yes, and especially looking at how much we're bringing in right now, we probably should have set up a train. Is it too late to set up a train? Oh, of course not. And especially since we have, you know, oil refinery along the way, we got a steel mill along the way. What I think we're going to change it up to do is put a train station here on this end of Inglewood. We already have the tram line coming most of the way. We'll have the food drop off here. We'll run the train to interesting. Where might we want to run the train? Don't necessarily see Lowell being a hub, but I also don't want to make it so that there's no additional routes. Alright, now that's going to take a little bit more planning. Let's think this through. New Orleans, by boat to Inglewood, that's fine. by train or by bus to Colorado Springs. Let's see what's the demand right now. 34. And I'm sure it'd be higher if we could make it so there was public transport. Modesto and High Point. We almost have like a little southern line that we could run between these four cities. And then use Colorado Springs, given its central location, to branch off. Yeah, I think that's what we might want to do first. Given that's a little bit more organized. Does Modesto want food? It does want food. We don't have that much cash to play with quite yet. So let's not overdo it. St. Paul would like more food. No, excuse me. Than we are currently able to deliver. And it's because we can't make enough. And we actually can't even physically get it there quick enough. Now there's a gap in our line. But previously we couldn't even load fast enough. Maybe we didn't need those 5 more. Yeah, this is what's confusing. I put 5 more trucks on the line, and now we have a 5 truck queue. And maybe it's my fault for not waiting long enough to let the queue kind of work itself out. Because now we have 0 trucks waiting, and that's kind of what we want. We want nobody waiting. We want somebody to be able to pull right in, load up, and get out. Similarly over here, pull in, unload, and get out. No queuing. So maybe it was just my impatience and not waiting for the game to catch up to the additional vehicles and the additional capacity. Oh well, I mean, that's happened before. It won't be the last time it happens either. So we have St. Paul that's growing. It's got a private road to Las Vegas, which is no problem. We've got Inglewood and Lowell, which kind of a flat line because now we have a quality issue with this bus stop. I am going to build the other side, and that'll hopefully make it a little bit let them spread out a little bit. Okay, both ships are profitable, which is great. I think it might be time to build a train between Inglewood and Lowell. And we're going to kind of position it here. And that way, if we want to tie in Colorado Springs at some point, we can. But more than likely, we won't. More than likely, we will just have... I don't know. I'm still debating. So, if you guys have any ideas on how I should connect up these cities down here, Colorado Springs is pretty central and doesn't have this giant mountain range, in front of it like Modesto does. So it'd be pretty easy to connect it up to Wichita Falls. Whether or not we want to connect Inglewood to Colorado Springs is kind of up in the air. And there's a lot of demand right now because I've created the ability for people to go between Lowell and Inglewood, and I'm providing both cities with some of their goods requirements or supply requirements. St. Paul is also growing because I'm giving it some of its supply requirements in the form of food, and I think that we would like to be able to connect it to Las Vegas. So maybe we're talking about a East Coast train that bounces between these four towns. What do we have overlapping? We have goods overlapping and fuel here between these two. We have goods and fuel. We have goods and fuel. Okay, so that might form the basis for this set of trains. We have fuel. So we have refinery, we have fuel, we have oil. And that actually might form the basis for a second train line between Colorado Springs and Inglewood, after all. Since we're going to have a cargo already right here. Alright, decisions. Regardless, we're going to build ourselves a train station. But that will have to wait until our next episode. So thank you very much for tuning in. Please leave comments with any suggestions you may have on how it makes the most sense to connect up these cities. And I will see you guys on the next one.